This episode of Ty's I Help is brought to you by Loot Crate. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Question Time, the series where you guys ask me questions on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and I answer it in video. Let's do this. Nicholas says iPad mini or iPad Air. I prefer the iPad mini just because the size, it's smaller, but the bigger iPad now that is the Air, and it's a lot thinner and lighter just like the iPad mini is, made it a lot better than the previous iPad 4 or iPad 3. But I'd still go with the iPad mini, especially once the iPad mini 2 comes out with the Retina display, make it even better. I like the iPad mini more than the bigger iPad. I just like the size of it. Connor asked, what's your opinion on Call of Duty Ghosts? I got COD Ghosts at the midnight release, and I've been playing it since. I like it so far. I'm not sure how it compares to the other Call of Duties. I know a lot of people say that Call of Duty is the same thing every time, but that's kind of why I like it. They add some new stuff, they change it up a little bit, you get new maps. The way I see it is I'm paying 60 bucks for new maps, and I get a little bit of different play experience. And I haven't played enough to really figure out everything yet, because I'm not a super big gamer, but so far I like it. Juan, Swan, however you say your name, if your house is on fire, what are the 3 things you would take? If you're not counting my dog and my girlfriend, I would bring my iMac, my iPhone, and probably my MacBook Pro Retina, just because those are the most expensive things I really care about. Most of the other stuff could be replaced. It would suck to not have clothes, but it would probably be a lot cheaper to go buy some new clothes than it would be to go buy a new Mac. Eman says PS4 or Xbox One and why? Oh god, that is gonna spark a debate in the comments, but whatever. I'm gonna go with the Xbox One just because it's what I prefer. I like the party chat on Xbox, I like the user interface of it, and I'm just used to using Xbox. I actually used to be a PlayStation fan back at the PS2, and it's not that I hate the PlayStation. The PS4 I've heard is going to be better as far as actual gaming performance than the Xbox, so it's gonna beat it out there, but I just prefer the Xbox. I'm not a huge gamer, so I could care less either way. But I'm just gonna go with the Xbox. I'm actually getting both, but I know I'll end up playing the Xbox One more than the PS4 because I just want to sit down and play a game and have fun with it and chat with my friends, and I think that's what Xbox does best for me. What are you guys getting? There we go. There goes the war in the comments. Matt asked, is the regular iPad mini worth it at $299? I wish Apple would have made it a little bit cheaper to compete with some of the other cheaper tablets out there, but it's Apple. They're gonna overprice everything. So 300 bucks for the iPad mini, still a good price. I'm super happy with mine. I don't really feel the need to get the iPad mini Retina. I'm going to so I can do videos on it, and just because I'm a tech junkie, I've got to have the newest thing. But yeah, you don't really need the Retina display. I don't feel the need to update for it, and I'm happy with my iPad mini, so you'll probably be too, for a cheaper price than what I paid when I got mine. Becky asked, do you ever see yourself completely switching over to Android? No, and the reason is, and I've said this before, is because I do tech videos. If I didn't do tech videos, it would probably be a different story. If I was just a normal consumer, I would stick with iOS or I'd stick with Android, because I wouldn't want to have 2 phones walking around. But since I do tech videos and I just love tech, I'm gonna have both, and I'm gonna use both at the same time. And if anything else new comes out, I'm probably gonna give it a try also, because I'm not gonna stick myself just to one thing. I wanna try out everything that's out there. Brian asked, well, what was the first Apple product you had? This right here is my first ever Apple product, the first generation iPhone. And I don't know if you can tell, but this thing has taken a beating. The little black piece right here is completely missing, and the screen is cracked like crazy. But that was my first Apple product. The first iPhone. Daniel asked, what is the meaning of life? I wish I could answer that for you, but I can't, so let's ask Google. Okay, Google, what's the meaning of life?
Life, the condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter, including the capacity for growth, reproduction, functional activity, and continual change preceding death.
There you go. Google answered it for you. Google knows freaking everything. Marvin asked, what do you think about iOS 7 and what could Apple have done better? iOS 7 is nice, and I like the design changes. They were a little bit weird at first, but once you used it, you got used to it. But I wish they would have added more features. There's not enough new features to call it iOS 7. Other than the new look and design, stuff like that, they should have added a lot of new features, which they really didn't. They just gave us different ways to access the features we already had. I really think that Apple needs to step it up and add a ton of new features to iOS if they want to catch up with Android. Billy asked, what gadget are you looking forward to next year? I'm looking forward to a ton of new stuff. The Apple smartwatch, the Google smartwatch, the Apple TV, the actual television they're supposed to be releasing. Those may come out next year. The iPhone 6, new Android phones. Tons of stuff to look forward to, and I'm excited for pretty much all of it. Kay Bentley asks, is the iMac 2013 good, or should I get the Mac Pro? I'm assuming you're not a power user, so that means you're not gonna be like editing full-length movies and stuff like that, and won't you pay thousands of dollars on a Mac? I would say go with the iMac. It's probably gonna suit you. If you do wanna do some video editing, stuff like that, it's gonna do just fine. You can upgrade the specs of it, make it spec'd out, and you don't have to go spend $3,000 on the Mac Pro, and that's for the baseline model. You probably wanna upgrade it if you're actually a super power user, so I definitely say go with the iMac. It's gonna do just fine for you, works great for me. Brandon asks, have you ever owned a Windows computer, and if so, would you go back? Yeah, I've owned many Windows computers, and would I go back? As of right now, absolutely not. Maybe that'll change in the future because I'm gonna go with whatever I think's best. But as of right now, I love Mac. I love their operating system. The whole package, it just works great. I love it. And I don't think I could go back to Windows right now. I really don't. When I have used it, it just feels like it's completely old technology and they're out of date. They're falling behind. Kylie says, do you want kids? How many, names, and gender? Do I want kids? Maybe, but I'm only 21 right now. I still can barely take care of myself, so I definitely can't bring another human into the world and take care of it at this moment in time. Maybe some point I will be ready for it, but yeah, I kind of do want kids just because it's nature. I kind of feel like I need to, but as of right now, I'm not rushing it. I don't know how many. I would definitely probably want to have a boy. Not that I wouldn't want to have a girl. I think I would like to have a boy so I could go skateboard with him and stuff. And as far as a name, if it was a boy, I would probably call him Ollie because I skateboard. I think it's a pretty freaking cool name. And I know somebody that actually named their kid Ollie. And I was like, what? That is amazing. I want to name my kid that. Nolan wants to know if I plan on getting another Android phone and what camera he should bring to CES, a DSLR or a camcorder. Yeah, I definitely want to get another Android phone. I miss my Galaxy S4 so much as I cracked the screen on it. It really sucks, but I plan on getting another one soon. Maybe the Nexus 5, but I know the shipping times are like forever on those. Or I may end up waiting for another Android phone because we all know those come out like every other day. As far as your video camera for CES, I would suggest bringing a camcorder because I brought a DSLR. It was really hard to use, especially when you've got to move on to the next thing like really quickly. You got to see everything. There's just too much time to worry about focusing a DSLR, and a camcorder will be much easier for you to use, and there's just too much going on there. It's crazy. Alright guys, there you go. There's some of your questions answered. Before we head out of here, let's take one last look at our sponsor for this video. Loot Crate is a subscription box service for geeks and gamers that sends epic items to your door every month for less than $20 a month, and that's shipping and handling included. Some of the previous crates, just like this one, have included items from Marvel, Nintendo, Blizzard, and many more. I've got this month's Loot Crate right here, so let's take a look and see what is inside. Alright, so it looks like we got a t-shirt. It says Walking Dead, so it is a Star Wars / Walking Dead t-shirt. Check that out, that's sick. Let's put that on. It's nice. We've got a gummy body parts candy. It looks like it's an ear. Ooh, actually good, but ooh. Issue number 3 of the Loot Crate magazine, which tells you all about what's going on with Loot Crate and what is inside your package, what you just got in this box. Also got my official Zombie Hunter license, so it's official now, I'm a zombie hunter. Some zombified tattoos. It's got a little zombie bite and then a little barcode that says not infected also. You can be bit and not infected at the same time. Cool little card that says I love your guts. And then on the inside it says your brains are nice too. That's a nice card to like give to somebody. Got a few little zombie pins here. And finally we've got the zombie survival guide. This is a whole book telling you how to survive zombies and kill them. So if you have an idea for an item that you want to see in a crate, make sure you tell them because they want to make the perfect loot crate for the geek in all of us. So if you want to check it out, you can go to lootcrate.com/Ty and you'll get 10% off your first order. Again, that's lootcrate.com/Ty. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right there so you don't miss any of my future videos. Lots of tech videos. Plus you can check out all my other episodes of Question Time if you want to see more of these. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.